Now, so talking of chocolate, it gives me great pleasure to welcome to the Big Brunch our guest this afternoon, founder and managing partner of Catwalk Cow. That's Samia Ataya. Welcome to the show. Very well, thank you. And you have something that's of great interest to us because this is the chocolate brownie mix, the natural brownie though, the fat-free, free of preservatives brownie. So we can eat our brownies and it's healthy. It's a healthier option.
Yes. Yes, it's basically a brownie that I developed, a recipe I developed to give people an alternative to your traditional desserts, something that's healthy, as in it's fat-free because it doesn't contain what usually is used in desserts, which is saturated fats. This also contains no preservatives, no emulsifiers, no stabilizers, no additives whatsoever. Even the vanilla that we use is actual vanilla beans that have been scraped from the pods. We don't use any flavorings. And the idea really is you have to get your nutrients healthy. People that choose to live a healthy lifestyle need to get their nutrients from their foods, not really their dessert. Having a dessert that gives you a lot of sugar or a lot of empty calories or a lot of fat, really that's not where you should be getting your fats or your carbs or really your nutrients. So Catwalk Cow really is an alternative, an alternative dessert that's healthy, that uses healthy ingredients, at the same time doesn't give you any healthy calories. The sugar we use, instead of it being white refined sugar, is raw natural sugar, which still contains the natural nutrients found in cane sugar. We use unbleached flour, so no processing. And again, fat-free, like I said, because usually your traditional brownies have saturated fats, hydrogenated fats, whatever that may be, which is just really increasing how much fat you take per day, when really you should be getting those from nuts and oils and your fish and your meats if you eat meat. And I developed this for myself a very long time ago, and then I thought it was the perfect thing for my kids. My kids, this is what they have for dessert. This is what they have as a treat, instead of picking up a store-bought chocolate bar or commercialized bakery products, which are just loaded with fat and loaded with calories and loaded with very refined ingredients like your sugar, your bleached flour, your enriched flour, and so on. So that's why I came up with it, and it's available across many supermarkets, major supermarkets in the UAE. And it's a mix, easy to make. You take home, mix it with one ingredient, bake it, and that's it. It's ready to eat.
Well, it sounds wonderful, but what does it taste like? Can it taste as good? The healthier option that you're describing with your Catwalk Cow, which I have to say is a great name. I love the name.
Thank you.
I'm going to talk a bit about that in a moment. But really, can it taste as good? Yeah, the healthier option.
Yeah. Most of the time, what's available in the supermarkets these days in what we call the specialty food segment, whether it's fat-free or sugar-free or low-fat, whatever option that you look for, usually those products contain a substitute to compensate for the lack of either fat or sugar. And those substitutes tend to produce a taste, despite the fact that they shouldn't. They tend to have a taste that's undesired, and a lot of times even a texture. Because Catwalk Cow is preservative free, we don't use any substitutes, so there really is nothing hindering the taste of the really just true good ingredients. We use very, very top quality Belgian chocolate that's really dark, very, very strong tasting. It's a Dutch process, so it has not an acidic taste. It's got a really rich taste. We use a lot of it. We use about 1.5 times your traditional brownie recipe, so it's very, very chocolatey. The raw sugar, as I don't know if you've ever tried raw sugar in coffee or in tea, it tends to give more of a real richness.
Yes.
So, the sugar in the recipe does that. The vanilla being natural, obviously. We get the vanilla from Sri Lanka, and it's the vanilla orchid plant, which is a very, very it just has a very warm and deep flavor. So mixing those ingredients together in the right proportions and without, the substitutes that tend to cause sometimes texture, undesirable textures or taste, you really get a good tasting brownie. It's very rich, it's very dense. Most people don't believe that it's even low fat, to be honest. Most people have, I've gotten a lot of emails telling me, you know, this is produced locally, how do we know, how do we guarantee? We don't believe it, we've tasted it, there's no way. And, you know, there's nothing I can say. I mean, it is, and I've gotten the approvals for it, and it's been analyzed, it's been tested, and I don't put any fat in it, and that's it, you know, and I'm the one operating everything, I'm operating the machinery, I'm there, I know what goes in it. So it does taste really, really good. Again, it's a very delicate proportion of ingredients. We put maybe a couple of things that are not traditional to brownie recipes, like I put in pasteurized egg whites, which tend to give it a nice texture. There's a bit of corn flour, which again gives it that chewiness. So you're getting the texture and you're getting the taste.
So when it comes to an average slice of a normal chocolate brownie, what is the difference in the calorie content between your brownie and a...
The regular sort of suggested serving size in a dessert is usually 33 grams.
Okay.
And what's considered normal calorie-wise for 33 grams is 120 grams. That's considered a good amount. Now, most of your brownies come to about 210, 220 per 33 grams, and usually anywhere from 9 to 16 grams of fat.
Okay.
This serving size is 37 grams. We're giving you a few more grams, and it's 103 calories with the zero fat, so it's significantly less.
So
And
that means you can have two pieces.
I guess you could. Yeah, you
That's
could.
the way I look at this.
But the good thing about it is because it's so rich and dense and very chocolatey, you really are very satisfied after one, in many cases half of one.
Really?
Yeah, it's. I've brought some if you'd like to try.
Do you know what?
Absolutely.
I saw the boxes. I'm going.
Go-
I'm going.
Wonderful, and lovely packaging there with the
Thank
sort of
you.
purpley pink
Yep.
striped with the cow on the front there. So have a little taste, Richard, and let us know what you think as our expert chocolatier today.
Yum yum yum. It's like real brownie.
I'm going to have a little taste.
It's chewy. It's succulent. It's moist.
It is rich, isn't it? As it should be. Yeah, very interesting. So, you know, and as it says on the packaging, 100% all natural. So it's really, you're not compromising on the flavour, on the taste, on the texture, because with a brownie, it is so much about the, you know, the texture on the outside with the
Yes.
soft middle. It's about what you're putting together, bringing together to make
Right.
these brownies. So when they're there, when out on the shelves, it's as a mix.
It's
as
a mix,
yeah.
yes. It's a mix, a dry mix. You take it home and mix it with 2/3 of a cup of non-fat yogurt. That's it. Non-fat yogurt to keep it fat-free. If you choose to mix it with regular yogurt, it's fine as well. I mean, it works either way.